Welcome to another video, comparing some special traits of a special job to those of others, this time featuring the Astrologian. Like always, Final Fantasy XIV is one if not the most balanced MMO on the market, so always make your decision for a certain job according to style, its battle system or certain traits that evoke your interest for it. All jobs can and will clear all sorts of endgame content, and you can find very stylish glamour sets for all of them. Nonetheless, I feel like the Astrologian is definitely the most special healer at the moment, even if that fact may be destroyed by the Sage coming in Endwalker and by the revamp of the combat system of the Astrologian. As for now, unexpectedly until Endwalker itself, which is going to be released in fall, the Astrologian makes use of two different styles of playing, bound to its very unique nocturnal or diurnal sects. The one turning some side effects of its healing into a shielding focused style, the other sticking more to the white mage side of things, with HP regeneration over time and a bit higher effectiveness. So you are the healer at the moment that is able to choose its combat style according to the sect you choose, which doesn't only provide benefits for creating certain party compositions, but also lets you switch your battle routine and style whenever you're bored from the other. Talking about being bored. You won't ever be bored due to the lack of button presses or complexity inside of your battle performance, because the Astrologian is among the most difficult jobs when it comes to micromanagement. Personally, I feel like even the ninja or summoner rotation looks very simple and easy compared to the 30 seconds pre-pull opener of the Astrologian. But before you may think of this as a disadvantage, let me tell you that optimizing the Astrologian's combat system is much more fine-tuning than it is on a DPS job, because no matter how strong your offensive, group support or utility may be, as long as your party is alive, you fulfilled the core job of your healing role, or at least have made the right choice with your healing partner. And above that, you could easily just use every drawn card for yourself, which I cannot recommend to do, but even that would not mean the end of the world or the downfall to your raid party. And even if I'm not a big fan of the Astrologian's card system myself, it offers a lot of space for improvement and fine-tuning, with a very forgiving improvement level where little mistakes don't cause big trouble like I said before. Moreover, you're able to really feel that Yu-Gi-Oh theme inside of managing your cards, optimizing the melee ones for strong samurai party members or using a fast tank boost if you just need to get your divination out as soon as possible, or use it to empower the strongest black mage around. So for fans of the anime or card game, I guess there's no other way leading you to any other healer than the Astrologian, where those drawing and spell animations do really look neat and produce the image of your character being in total control over each situation, having predicted Mother Fortune's ways before they have happened, and being prepared for every misery hitting your party. Another aspect where I feel like the Astrologian is far superior compared to the other healing jobs is healing without losing uptime, which simply means healing spells that are not distracting you from any form of damage or MP healing potential, as healers are kinda very DPS focused in Final Fantasy XIV. The Astrologian really shines on that department by the large arsenal of OGCDs like Essential Dignity, Celestial Intersection or Celestial Opposition, all costing not a single point of MP and providing shields, massive bursts of healing, or group heal without needing to interrupt your ordinary healing casts or damaging spells. This kinda leads to the fact that a heavily optimized Astrologian could manage all healing just by these spells, when content isn't very healer demanding, and stick to its damage rotation otherwise. But of course, saving MP and time by using these insanely powerful tools frees up a lot of space for situations where your effective healing potential is demanded and you really need to power heal some situations. On the other hand, being in Diurnal Sect, you can use the same power the White Mage has access to, and that is going to be more focused on when the Astrologian is reworked in Endwalker, the healing over time effects, that are very useful to save resources and let time do the healing to the wounds of your party until the next raid-wide effect is hitting them. Or as long as Shadowbringers is around, you can support your White Mage in using the Scholar's shielding power by switching into Nocturnal Sect and combine pre-shielding with your useful and cost-effective OGCD heals to get the deal done. Or you can also use Lightspeed that makes the next couple of spells turn into instant cast for 15 seconds, transforming you into the most flexible healing and card dealing machine to ever walk on Eorzea, Novrand or the Moon. That brings us to the final strength of this list, where I believe there are many more, but for me, tank and single target healing feels the most reliable and most consistent on the Astrologian, where Scholar may have the upper hand in preemptive mitigation and tank power healing, or White Mage is just super strong with its Benediction granting 100% HP with one click, The Astrologian feels like having something for any emergency situation, while I can definitely provide security to my tank because of having 3 OGCD spells that are powerful single target healing tools. Essential Dignity, for example, is able to bring back a tank from 30 to 80% HP, and you have 2 stacks of this spell, which also doesn't cost you a single amount of MP nor uptime. Or Celestial Intersection and Aspected Benefic being very strong target heals causing either regen effects or shields depending on the sect you use, where Intersection uses the shielding effect on Diurnal and the regen effect on Nocturnal, giving you at least 1 trait of the opposite sect to your kit. All these aspects really help you with keeping up a dungeon tank on a fairly healthy level, while other healers tend to let it drop to very low percentages to throw out big heals and then save time for their damaging offensive. Not on the Astrologian, that is able to multitask all of this together with card management and looking neat. As long as you keep up with the pace and don't ever consider doing a challenge like only backpedaling in level 80 dungeon.
I can't reach you. Backpedaling is so slow here. Okay, Nether, you need to pull them to me. You need to pull them to my position a bit more.
But I guess the usual Astrologian player will not think about such madness. This flexible power brings with a lot of responsibility, of course, which directly leads us to one of the biggest disadvantages of the Astrologian, the skill ceiling. While basically playing the Astrologian onto the point where your party is healthy and nobody dies, there will be no problem of becoming a very good Astrologian player. But all this card management and DPS optimization or optimizing this insanely difficult 30 seconds pre-pull opener is the real deal, and no pro player will verify your deeds when you're not able to handle it. And I have to be honest, when I produced my 5.4 power test series, no other job had me thrown more into my troubleshooting and relearning process than the Astrologian. So my tip for this job, go ham or go home. You really should not play the Astrologian as a side business. Read the stars, believe in the heart of the cards, and all will be fine. But when not played with true commitment, you won't perform anywhere close to what a casual white mage is able to do. Which directly leads us to the second downside. There is so much you need to take care of when optimizing that really feels much less demanding on the other 2 healers, especially the white mage. Throwing out the same amount of damage or effective healing as the white opponent is a heavy task that only a true Astrologian is able to accomplish. And apart from the results you're producing, even if most of the times the Astrologian feels like providing solid traits that Scholar and White Mage produce, even outperforming them in their own traits, I think the harder you have to work to earn this advantage, that a glare-spamming White Mage seems to always look at you in pitifulness, that you have to work your up to get anywhere close to its performance. But I guess that is actually a more superpower that the White Mage has, and I heard rumors that Yoshi P is working on this issue, which could easily just mean the Sage will become the top healer in Endwalker. But we will see how the constellation of stars may be positioned in the future. And as long as you offer all your efforts in mastering the Astrologian's kit, there is indeed a worthy opponent to white magic. And guess what?
It's time
Thank you for spending your time with this video, and until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and believe in the heart of the cards.